Coffee and Beats album review. Thundercat, Distracted. Welcome back to the cafe. I am your musical barista, Rod the Magnificent. We are here for another Coffee and Beats episode. But before I get into it, hit all those reminders on the side of me. And that way you'll get reminders, you'll get alerts every time I post a new video. And with that all being said, let's get right into the intro. Welcome back to the cafe. I am your musical barista, Rod the Magnificent, back with another episode. And before I get into this review, just want to shoot a quick reminder out that I also do content on Twitch. I actually DJ on the side. For those who might not know that follow this channel, I do some DJing on the side, but I also do DJing on Twitch. So if you want to get access to that content as well, click that link down in the description box. About every Thursday and sometimes Monday, I hop on and just make some good music, and a lot of music that hasn't been put out there on the airways that I like to shout out. A nice little blend of good hip-hop instrumentals, a nice work study track list that I like to do, usually around 11 o'clock Central Time. So check me out on that platform whenever you get a chance. Now, enough of me rambling. Let's get right into this review. And we're going to be reviewing this new Thundercat album, Distracted. And Thundercat, he has really built his own lane over the years. My first introduction to Thundercat was actually through Flying Lotus. I remember hearing his feature on Cosmogrammer album. And at first I wasn't aware I was listening to Thundercat because I'm just listening to the vibe of that song. Over time, you start hearing Thundercat a little bit more, especially in connection with Flying Lotus projects from back then. And he kind of emerged from that and done work with Kendrick Lamar. If you don't know him by now, well, you're gonna know him after this review. His last album, It Is What It Is, was heavy, it was emotional, it was very personal, it was very comical in a lot of pockets, and stands as one of my favorite Thundercat albums that he has dropped. Now, he's dropped many projects in the past which were kind of a combination of instrumental jazz, soul, personality to each and every track. And now with Distraction, it feels like he's still dealing with life, like life is lifing with this dude, but it's more reflective, it's slightly darker than his previous work. In a way, this is his first album in 6 years. And there's some executive producer credits on this project. Greg Cruston has also put some contributions to this project. Flying Lotus has also contributed to this project as far as production wise, along with Kenny Beats, the Lemon Twigs, who provide some nice bass and guitar work. Also, Tame Impala makes an appearance as far as featured vocal artists. Lil Yachty makes an appearance along with A$AP Rocky. We also have Channel Trez, who Channel Trez, just he's one of the dopest featured artists in the game right now. He has great solo work as well. And you have Willow Smith, who also makes an appearance, and a posthumous verse from Mac Miller. I really appreciate this this lineup. This lineup had me thirsting to hear what he had to contribute in regards this new release, Distracted. Now, upon first listen, I'm not gonna lie, I was actually surprised, speaking of Tame Impala, that No More Lies was included on this record. Now, No More Lies has been out for about 2 years at this point. I was also surprised that the track that he did with Remy Wolf last year didn't make the cut on this album. Now, maybe it's going to feature maybe a extended version of the album, you know, that Thundercat might drop in the future. Who knows? I don't know, but I was a little disappointed that the Remy Wolf track wasn't included in the playlist. But once I sat down with this album, it actually makes sense. The Tame Impala track being added, it actually blends in with the feel of the whole album. And a lot of songs on here, they touch on a lot of things, a lot of emotions such as anxiety, overthinking, regrets, and just life hitting. And that's what hitting him, and just life hitting him hard. And that's what Thundercat is going through the process of this album. And the crazy part, although he's talking about these deep subjects, these are all over smooth, funky, and colorful grooves here. One of his major superpowers when it comes to his music is he's gonna have you drifting. Any type of vibe that he has on the track, you're kind of almost floating away with each and every song, especially with his soft, angelic vocals that go along with it. Now, some of the highlights on the album: She Knows Too Much, featuring again Mac Miller, the late great Mac Miller. And this is a very heavy and emotional track. It feels like two artists reflecting in real time, even though Mac's not with us. It adds real weight, and this track really sticks, and it's definitely one of the best songs of the year in my opinion. I Wish I Didn't Waste Your Time is another track that I really like. Straight forward, it has great honesty, it hits because it's relatable. Regret over a smooth groove that makes it easier to sit with. And then you got Walking on the Moon, which is dreamy and spacey. It feels like being mentally checked out, but still moving and floating through the vibes here. And this thing we call Love, featuring Channel Trez, like I mentioned earlier, who always swings and hits home runs with each and every feature. It's super smooth, laid back, and it also has subtle content in it. And as far as Channel Trez's delivery, it's always on point, very sharp and very aggressive in some pockets. And then you got Thunderwave, which features Willow Smith. Now this song really took off after they did their live performance that you can see here on the screen. This is a nice experimental track. Willow brings fresh energy to this song, and you know, Thundercat and Willow Smith's energy together is actually a match made in heaven. It also makes me think, like, man, I think Willow Smith and Thundercat needs to just do a collab album together. I think they're onto something here. If you're listening to this show, I don't know if Willow's watching, I don't know if Thundercat is watching these episodes, but please hear me out. Drop an album together. I think that will be a really dope project. And then you have ADD Through the Roof, which is controlled chaos. It feels scattered on purpose, like your mind is racing, but musically. And then you got Great Americans, which is low-key but thoughtful. It's quiet in its message, and it hits more the more you listen to it. And then finally, he sticks the landing with the last track on this project, You Left Without Saying Goodbye. And this might be one of the most Thundercat songs of all time here. It's definitely up there with, I wouldn't say it's better than Dragon Ball Durag by any means, but the lyrics throughout this slow outro is pretty hilarious. It's funny, it's awkward, it's a little random, but also it's kind of sad underneath, especially when he starts singing about maybe I should start a OF and show my feet. I hollered when I heard those lyrics, man. It still ties into the loneliness and trying to cope, and that balance of humor and real emotion is what makes him him. And this is why you listen to Thundercat. You know you're gonna get those weird lyrics. You know you're gonna get that weird content that you're gonna be like scratching your head at first, or you might be laughing, you know, if you're into the dry humor. But it's a perfect way to close out an album, the most Thundercat way to close out a project. Pozole, if I'm saying that right, it's not bad, it's just forgettable, doesn't leave much impact here compared to the rest of the tracks. Funny Friends featuring Lil Yachty, it was a cool idea. The chemistry is there, but I just didn't really care for the song in general. And me Personally, I'm not a huge Lil Yachty fan. He's kind of left a bad taste in my mouth in regards to some of his comments towards old school hip hop and everything. And I try to shake that off when I'm listening, when he pops up on the track, but it's just hard for me to do that at this point. And then we have What Is Left to Say, which blends very well with that album, but it kind of gets lost in the shuffle. But it's still a good track. It's just not a track that I gravitate towards. But all in all, the production is clean on this. Bass is doing what it's supposed to do, which is leading everything when it comes to a Thundercat produced album. He's gonna have those solo riffs where he goes crazy on the bass. The mixes are polished but still warm, and a lot of layers and synths and harmonies and textures are all the way through this. It feels like organized chaos, but in a smooth way. You can tell this was crafted with intention. Nothing sounds rushed here. And my final thoughts on this: Distracted feels like Thundercat just talking through life in real time. It's not one of those albums that smack you in the face right away or captures you immediately, but this is more of a grower, and I think that's similar to all of his albums. I think when you listen to a Thundercat album on first listen, it's not gonna grab you as much as a random artist does when he tries to give you those typical radio hits and everything. But when it comes to Thundercat, everything grows slowly, and once the album grows slowly on you, you're gonna be fine. It's honest, it's funny, it's a little dark, but it's still got that signature groove, that signature Thundercat groove. Overall, I give this album 4 solid coffee cups out of 5. I think this is a really good album by Thundercat. Is it his best work in comparison to his albums in the past? We'll see. I don't think it's quite past It Is What It Is, but you be the judge. What do you think of this project? Did you love it? Let me know in the comment section. Even if you didn't really care for it, let me know as well. And that will do it for this edition of Coffee and Beats. I am your musical barista, Rod the Magnificent. When it comes to coffee, when it comes to music, stay grounded for life. Again, hit the like, hit the share, hit the follow, hit the subscribe. And please let everyone know that Coffee and Beats is back on the streets. All right. So with that being said, I am out. Peace.